delicious, natural, and organic products you'll find in the grocery aisle. I'm talking about True Story Foods. You'll see them in most grocery stores. They've got delicious hot dogs and sausages, bacon, and charcuterie. They've got deli meats like turkey, pastrami, and they're actually going to be here on Saturday. They're going to be serving out a lot of free hot dogs to hungry fans. And we're also going to be giving away a free grill and some items. Ladies and gentlemen, True Story is not just about good food. They go way beyond what you put on your plate. They're interested in a sustainable future for generations to come. What makes True Story so delicious and great starts with animals and their stress-free lives.
And welcome in. It's a Sunday night WPSL clash in beautiful Davis, California. 87 degrees. It is warm And just before kickoff here at the Davis Legacy Soccer Complex, it always gets hot and then the wind cools it off. It's a tale of two halves by the weather and a tale of two undefeated squads going at each other. Thanks for hanging out. My name is Greg Silver, and I'm happy to be on the call for this one. The California Storm, 4-0-1 in WPSL play. They lead the NorCal Conference Sacramento Division. First place, 13 points, and a plus 17 goal differential. On the other side of it, it's Napa Valley FC, 1839. They are 2-0 in the WPSL. Just played a couple of games, as you can see right there. 6 total points and a goal differential of +3. They beat the Nevada Football Club by a score of 3-2, and they beat the Yuba Football Club by a score of 2-0. Should be a good one in this one. And the big story coming in for it, the California Storm, well, they just looked like a machine that could not be slowed down. Finally, they had their first non-victory, a 1-1 draw against Iron Rose FC within the WPSL. Iron Rose, of course, in fourth place right there, and FC Davis has yet to face off against either of these squads. But for the Storm, it had been all business. They won by a score of 6-0, 5-0, 3-0, by a forfeit, and then came the draw. So they are looking extra hungry and to get this offense back on track for Jamie Lavoie's program. And for Napa, they're looking to build up some positive momentum and perhaps make a statement, as they haven't played the amount of games for the rest of the team. You got FC Davis and Iron Rose each with 3 games played so far. The Yuba Football Club has played the most with 6, and then the Storm and Nevada Football Club have played 5 each. So perhaps this could be the moment where Napa is looking to insert themselves in the conversation among the best teams in the NorCal Sacramento Valley Division. 87 degrees here at Davis is your kickoff. Let's talk about some starting lineups. Well, up first for the California Storm, in goal, it's going to be Abby Fangold, been with the program a long time and spent some time playing overseas, including places like Cyprus most recently. Alex Kloss, one of the captains, will be in the midfield, along with Alihu, Sierra Wilson, Emerson Sargent, Camden Fuller, Kylie Norcus, Lauren Hunter, Paige Thompson, Sam McNiven, and Sinai Rogers. And for the visitors, Napa Valley 1839, that's going to be Miller, Fry, Garza, Brown, Fernandez, Tamayo, King, Bubak, Garcia, Goss, and Ricewig. Should be some great competition from some college commits, current college players, and a couple of college retirees who are going to be looking to go pro. And some people have already shown reasons just for that. Couple of players to highlight going into this one. A Fresno State grad and first year with the California Storm, Sierra Wilson. Well, she was a captain for the Bulldogs and went to Buchanan High School. And she is someone who has just been a reliable outside back. Coaching staff has felt fantastic about her play as of late. And then you've got it on the offensive side, and that goes to the youth. Paige Thompson from Alabama. Third year with the California Storm, but already proving to be someone who plays like one of the trusted vets on this team. She was called up to the U.S. Soccer U18, U19 Women's International Training Camp. 4-star rated recruit by Top Drawer, and she's continued that strong play into the University of Alabama in the SEC. We're getting ready for this one, getting going here in about 5 minutes between the Storm and Napa Valley. We'll go ahead and take a quick break on this one and come back as we get you ready for the official kickoff at the Davis Legacy Soccer Complex. It's the WPSL. We'll be right back.
If we can change lives within our hospital walls, why can't we change lives within these walls? If we can give fresh food to our patients, why can't we give fresh food to our communities? If we can create breakthroughs that save lives, why can't we break through barriers that hold us back? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
There are a lot of farms that produce meat. So how do you know which ones raise their animals right? It starts with understanding their values. I'm a fifth-generation farmer here in Osage County, Missouri, in the foothills of the Ozark Mountains. I grew up among people who care deeply about their animals and their farms, because they will pass them on to their children and their children's children. And that's the difference. We're invested in treating our animals and our land with respect, and the result of that is the best tasting pork you can imagine. We start with only heritage breeds that we've selected for their quality and their hardiness, so we can raise them on a clean, all-vegetarian diet with no antibiotics. We never use crates or cages. Just comfortable bedding and outdoor access lets pigs be pigs. That means our hogs lead stress-free lives. And that's what gives our products their delicious, full flavor and the most juicy, tender eating experience there is. We're proud to share these products and to count you as part of our community. Together, we can get back to the roots of what food should be. And that's a true story.
If we can change lives within our hospital walls, why can't we change lives within these walls? If we can give fresh food to our patients, why can't we give fresh food to our communities? If we can create breakthroughs that save lives, why can't we break through barriers that hold us back? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
There are a lot of farms that produce meat. So how do you know which ones raise their animals right? It starts with understanding their values. I'm a fifth-generation farmer here in Osage County, Missouri, in the foothills of the Ozark Mountains. I grew up among people who care deeply about their animals and their farms, because they will pass them on to their children and their children's children. And that's the difference. We're invested in treating our animals and our land with respect, and the result of that is the best tasting pork you can imagine. We start with only heritage breeds that we've selected for their quality and their hardiness, so we can raise them on a clean, all-vegetarian diet with no antibiotics. We never use crates or cages. Just comfortable bedding and outdoor access lets pigs be pigs. That means our hogs lead stress-free lives. And that's what gives our products their delicious, full flavor and the most juicy, tender eating experience there is. We're proud to share these products and to count you as part of our community. Together, we can get back to the roots of what food should be. And that's a true story.
All right, welcome back. We're getting you ready for some Sunday night action in the WPSL. The California Storm are hosting Napa Valley 1839, a couple of undefeated squads here in the WPSL. We showed you earlier, Cal Storm just been an offensive juggernaut. Well, they finally met their match, at least somewhat, when it comes to they had a draw against Iron Rose FC. Meanwhile, Napa Valley has just played a pair of games so far, but victorious in both of them and looking to make a big statement on the road tonight. My name is Greg Silver. It's good to be with you here, and I will be guiding you through the next 90 minutes of action. Some fantastic players on display, a lot who have meant so much to these programs, and some who are looking to go ahead and make their mark. We revealed the starting lineups a little bit earlier in this one, and for the Storm, it's going to be 6 rookies rostered today. 5 of them in the starting lineup for Jamie Lavoie's program. That's going to be Sam McNiven, Camden Fuller, Emerson Sargent, Sierra Wilson, and Kylie Norcus, all in their first year with the California Storm. The one who is a reserve is going to be Tana Gervais from Caldwell University and a member of the Haiti national team in this last year. So definitely with a lot of substitutions they like to make, get fresh legs on the field. One of the strengths of this program is that they have always had an abundance and a surplus of players ready to go in this one. So taking a look at this, well, it's going to be Napa Valley wearing their white jerseys. They look like they'll be going from right to left on your screen. For the California Storm, the home squad will be wearing their black and, of course, in green. That's the goalkeeper, Abby Fangold. We talked about all of the rookies and rather inexperienced players when it comes to this club. Well, a couple of mainstays here in the program, Fangold in goal, and the captain, Liz Hutchison, who's going to come off the bench tonight. She is a midfielder in her 9th season with the program. A lot of great memories made between those two and a couple of WPSL championships as well. 5 total for the home squad. They have won 5 Jerry Zanelli trophies during their time as a semi-professional league. Of course, another recent development, well, they have had both leagues to worry about. They got the WPSL, in which this will be their 6th contest of the summer, as well as the USL. So we talked about being undefeated in the WPSL. Beating the Oakland Soul on the road was a big one there over Memorial Day weekend on Sunday. It was Dahlia Assad, who will not be in the lineup for this one today. She has been a stellar player offensively for the start. The USF commit. Going to be heading to the Bay Area, and the Bay Area is getting a good one because she had the 88th minute game winner, as well as a couple goals right here at the Legacy Soccer Complex in her opener with the club in what was a 6-0 victory over Yuba City. Always good to see the developments throughout this squad. And California Storm, the way they opened it up, they ended up winning 6-0, but it wasn't so simple. The first half was a lot of shots and a lot of inaccuracy. They finally ended up breaking through and got their second goal just before halftime. Then the second half began, and they broke the game wide open. Perhaps a couple of more weeks playing together will provide that chemistry and clarity needed to put together a strong performance against another undefeated team. So, if you're just joining us, Napa Valley is wearing their white uniforms and green stripes. Turns out they will be starting in the first half, going from left to right on your screen. And the Storm all huddled up together for one last time before we let the action commence on an 87-degree evening in East Davis, California. They're wearing their black jerseys, going from right to left. Couple other games upcoming here across the WPSL. That's going to be Nevada taking on Iron Rose June 5th with a 9:30 p.m. kickoff. So a late one, as you see a lot in these hot summer months. And Nevada taking on Yuba City, the two teams that Napa has beaten. That'll be a showdown between them June 6th with a 7 p.m. kickoff. So almost squared up and ready to go. And we are underway here in the first minute of action. 90 minutes ahead, WPSL, and there's Lauren Hunter. Has that one knocked away. Possession to the California Storm. And a couple of early throw-ins here. That's Sam McNiven on the left side of your screen. And just playing a game of keep away and keep the ball in bounds to start this one off. Now she'll loft one ahead. And the throw-ins continue, just pushing it closer and closer to that attacking third. McNiven, one of the starters out there in a first year with the program, along with Fuller, Sargent, Wilson, and Kylie Norkus. And now Napa Valley with their first true possession. Just going to survey it around the back line and develop a little bit of offensive rhythm here. Norkus steps in front of that one, heads it away for the moment. And now a battle for it. Once again out of bounds, and already that near side touchline seen a lot of action here. One thing the Storm have done very well early on in games, as two opponents will try to feel each other out, is to be the winners of possession. The goals sometimes come later in the game once they can wear a team out a little bit. But they make sure that they can dictate the pace. And you already see a lot of play happening here as this one threatening inside the danger zone. And knocked away. We'll have our first corner kick. Minute number 3. And an early opportunity here for the home team. This one's going to be sent long. And into the danger zone. Nobody there at first, and cleared away for the moment by the back line of Napa. Still with it is the California Storm. Now working down the far side. Stops on the dime, lofts it in with the left foot. Nobody there. Here is Hunter. We'll just test the goalkeeper early. Keep her honest, but no problem. And not much of an attack generated in the end. That's a deep punt that continues to bounce and roll away. Finally stifled by the back line and taken from the Storm. Could have generated some real danger as Hunter lofts it all the way across the other side of the field. Stop the quick throw in, looking to build something on a give and go situation. That one no problem here for Napa. And that header presenting an opportunity 1-on-3 before it was knocked away and will roll out of bounds. But the California Storm do it so well. Any clearance, goal kick, punt away from the keeper can get so rapidly sent back into the danger territory. And that's how they've been able to wear teams out so far. All that being said, they're eager to get the offense going. Just held to 1 goal for the first time in WPSL play. Iron Rose burned them on a counterattack. Played a defensive-heavy game. And so the ladies walked out of that one with a draw. Here is Hunter working it toward the middle of the pitch. Now out wide. Far side, numbers building. All in black. This one goes nowhere. And a quick throw in. Thought the AR might have signaled ball to Napa, but they kept on playing. McNiven goes into the box, headed away and pinballing around. Still anybody's possession. And Napa working a very defensive heavy kind of set with the midfielders in the back line. Had to pack it in the 18 with a couple of crosses sent in. So working hard defensively, but no true threats coming from the Storm just yet. This will be a goal kick opportunity. It is Star Wars night here at the Davis Legacy Soccer Complex. Always a fantastic family-friendly atmosphere out here. You can see the bouncy houses, the bleachers, food trucks, and of course some fantastic competition. A little bit of something for everybody. And perhaps the best part of it all is seeing how these young women across both squads are such role models to a younger audience. After every game, you see an eager crowd line up for autographs, pictures. So excited to be like these girls as McNiven pushes ahead the through ball. This is Hunter working the left foot. And we've got an offside flag as Hunter thought for a brief second she had a scoring opportunity, but just too far ahead of the back line. And so a free kick incoming for Napa Valley. Napa trying to work to the strength of power. And at the very least, force the Storm to have a lot of yards to make up. And that's exactly what they're trying to do, working behind their own midline. Thompson intercepts the half pass, half clearance. And now taken away, fighting on the touchline, and whistle blows for a stoppage. Just unable to keep it in was Brown for Napa Valley. Thompson had it poked away clean and sent out of bounds. Now a little attack building here for Napa Valley. That was Fernandez. Knocked it off the defense, and so after the early series of throw-ins that favored the California Storm, chance for Napa to push it on an attack of their own. That's Emily Garza, wearing number 35. Graduate of Villanova. Now pushing it toward the middle. Try to generate something over on that far side after working possession up the near sideline. That one, however, out of bounds and right back to the Storm. Now stringing together a couple passes in the midfield. This is Thompson surveying. Works ahead, Hunter puts a move on, gets past, now has an inside angle, and will fire away. That's high and wide. Well, just an illustration right there of how quickly the Storm are able to string together some attacks if not met with some pressure. Mentioned earlier in the pregame show, Paige Thompson Still in college and just her third summer with the program, but already treated and trusted by this staff as one of the true veterans, with a lot of rookies and sophomores in the program. Thompson has earned the start and earned a prominent role in this midfield. First foul of the evening here as we approach that 11-minute mark. So another free kick coming your way. And now some green grass ahead to work with, trying to string together some cohesion for Napa. They'll loft that ahead on the receiving end and sticking with it. This is Napa giving an opportunity to push forward while the ball works backwards. And that one, nicely done by Hunter to stick with it, get possession back to the Storm. Appeared a worthy opportunity there for Napa Valley as they work the ball backwards to try to push the midfielders and forwards up a little farther, but the relentlessness of Lauren Hunter made it a moot point, and all that work has got to be done from their own 18 as it's picked up in the box. Long punt over the midline off McNiven. And out of bounds, throw in to the visiting Napa Valley. Throw in goes long and right back to the Storm. Couple early mistakes off of these throw-ins. Now the Storm will try to work their way up from the far side. Play the game inside out, and a foul. The Storm like to set the tone with some physicality early, but free kicks continue to get rewarded to Napa. That one all the way into the danger zone, but Abby Fangold had no problem picking that clean out the air. So here's Sam McNiven. Plenty of space to run, turning on the Jets. Now we'll stop and survey, work it toward the midfield. And just lost their balance. Able to keep possession, but gave Napa a chance to recover. Thompson goes through. This is Hunter. Flag stays down. Poked away, and that one's heading out for a corner kick. So it's a corner on the near side. Second one of the first half here for the Storm. This one goes long, looking toward the back post, nobody there. And so they'll try to build it back up from the far side. Can't connect on a series of passes. Counter opportunity taken right back. Another turnover as Napa Valley has done fine with possession. Where they have not excelled is pushing the ball forward quickly. Here's the Storm. Now the cross goes low into the danger zone and cleared out for the time being. Lofted back in to the box and up and into the arms of security. Saw it from Abby Fangold on the opposite box moments ago. And Napa brings it right back. A third of the way done here through the first half, and we are scoreless. Couple of shot attempts, but nothing of true danger for either squad. Possession mostly dominated by the Storm on their home grass. And now a throw-in goes long. Few defenders closing in. And done so with no whistle. Napa, nice job to take it away, and they'll just bomb it ahead. Fangold will work it over toward the near side. Here comes McNiven with plenty of space. This McNiven-Hunter combination has given the best chance so far for the Storm. Hunter tracked down and fighting for possession. It's cleared away, and a throw-in coming. I mentioned a lot of youth here for the Storm, but as McNiven gets ready to take the throw-in, there is a TCU influence. A couple of TCU starters for Jamie Lavoie's team. Sam McNiven is a commit to TCU. Camden Fuller was the Big 12 Freshman of the Year in 2025. And a big part of this team, their style, their energy, and their soul, Cameron Lancaster spent a few summers here. Was a standout there for the Horned Frogs, now playing back in her home state of Texas. Here comes a corner kick as that one deflected off the back line of Napa. We've seen one corner on each side so far. This one goes back to that far side right corner flag. Third of the half. And the Storm have done everything but get a clean shot on goal to this point. Now Thompson trailed and shot it well over. Here comes another goal kick now for Napa. Everybody pushing up. You got about 30, 35 yards of space between the nearest defender and the spot of the kick. And it's been Napa Valley's best way of gaining ground so far. A foul. Just a little too physical, fighting for possession there on the back line. Anytime Napa's been able to get a free kick, which has been a handful of times here early, they're going to use that opportunity to take it slow, reset, and push white jerseys forward to the right side of your screen. Now back in play toward the top of the 18, pinballing around, and Fangold able to catch it off one hop. Napa Valley has had no problem covering the distance, but stringing together the long passes is where the offense has been held in check, and Abby Fangold has had a relatively stress-free first half so far. McNiven has been quite active here. Now going to work this one through. Hunter receiving it. And once again, the flag goes up. So the combination of those two has been working real well to generate some threats, but a couple of times just a little too eager there from Hunter. Third summer with the California Storm for Logan Hunter. Transferred from Santa Clara to Oregon to join the Ducks. And a big part of the Cal Storm futsal program that takes place for much of the year. Now Napa Valley maybe with the first real chance, knocking off a couple of players, and Fangold had to get low to knock it away, finally cleared. So all sorts of chaos inside the 18. And this game will do that to you. The second you let your guard down, you could get burned for it. Substitution for the Storm, it's Kennedy Mayo checking in for the first time this evening. And now looking to reset off the threat moments ago. Storm is using these chances at throw-ins. And now another whistle right back to Fangold and the Storm for a free kick. "22nd minute of play. And we've had a high activity first half here. Not a ton of offense, but a lot of play happening on both of the far thirds. Sometimes you'll see at the Legacy Complex, especially knowing the elements and the wind, it could be a lot of play happening either one-sided or stuck in that middle third. Here's Kennedy Mayo with some fresh legs. Had it poked away clean. And so Mayo, who's been a big part of the Storm here early in the summer, getting used as somewhat of an early super sub, now dancing around. Here's her first chance, and just couldn't get underneath it to get a clean look at it. A break there for Napa Valley. But with just a couple of minutes gone by, you see Mayo, the product of San Jose State, already causing some problems. Here she is again. Now she'll cut inside. And wanted to work it through. But perhaps at the risk of not having the flag go up, her teammate will stay back. And that's no problem to scoop it away for Napa Valley. That one skied well over into the parking lot off the volley from the clearance. So a bit of a stoppage in play for the time being. Play resumes. Now spinning and surveying. Working the far side. Storm trying to build some numbers. And that one with the left foot, but right at the keeper. And no problem. You've seen a couple times now the Storm taking shots from far out just to keep the defense honest. Now fight in the middle. Goes right back to Napa. They'll work it right here near side. McNiven picks it away and gives it right back over the midline. And just about every midfielder getting involved here with the cutback and work on the left. That's Thompson. There's Kloss. And Mayo wanted Thompson, who was pushing up toward that near side striker area. Had it deflected. Still everybody pushing up in black jerseys. This one somewhere between a cross and a shot attempt. Goes in between Mayo and the keep, and that's going to head out for yet another goal kick. Kennedy Mayo mentioned San Jose State was the All-Mountain West newcomer team of 2023. Had 8 goals in 10 games last summer for the Storm. And before that, came from Arizona State, where she had a single game assist record with 3. The third game tonight for Napa Valley in the WPSL NorCal Conference Sacramento Division. The Storm, meanwhile, playing their 6th. Neither one has suffered a defeat to this point. The Storm raced out to back-to-back wins. 6-0, 5-0 against the Yuba Football Club. Added on top of that, a 3-0 victory over Nevada. And then a draw against Iron Rose. Statistically, it is a plus 16 goal differential, though one of those games couple of Fridays back turned into a forfeit, which is scored as a 3-0 victory. All that to say, Storm have had no problem finding some offense. Here's Mayo working down the near side, low dribbler, and that's easy interception. McNiven raced in front of the clearance. This is back to Kylie Norcus. Norcus, an experienced player, though one of the 5 rookies as it relates to her standing with the Storm. Invaluable at that center back slot. Napa just trying to bide their time. Let other white jerseys make their way forward. But it was all for nothing because that one was knocked out and last touched by one of those white jerseys. Little stoppage for the time being and a pair of substitutions coming in for Napa Valley. Almost a half hour gone by in this one. Still scoreless between a pair of the unbeatens. Now building forward, this one long and ahead. Mayo's got time on it. Cuts toward the inside, goes with the right foot, and it hits the back of the net. Kennedy Mayo's shot never left the ground, but it had the speed and it had the touch to make its way to the back of the strings. Another look at it here. Mayo, momentum carrying toward the right and shot it back to the left. And that's how the scoring opens this evening. California Storm get on the board first. So Kennedy Mayo, who did not get the start, came in and immediately started posing a threat. She's now got the primary difference here in this first half. 30th minute goal for Kennedy Mayo. She continues her summer of scoring. And we've got a brand new ball game here as Napa Valley now has to work their way behind from a deficit. Mayo right back at it. She could be looking for a second. Shot goes deflected with a couple of defenders closing in. Mayo must have been licking her chops at the opportunity to put another one in the back of the net before Napa even had the chance to regroup. Instead, the defense does its job as they had for the bulk of this first half hour. Throw-in goes right back to the Storm. And a couple of substitutions right there off that goal. Tana Gervais is getting her first minutes tonight, as well as Yasmin Azar. Azar named player of the match in one of the recent victories. And the product of CSU Northridge has been a welcome member of the team. Now midfield opening up as Kloss is looking to push that one forward, but taken away clean. And Napa Valley's done a really good job to this point of breaking up sequences or regaining possession, as this could be danger here. Had the Storm gotten there a half second sooner, may have had a different result with a little bit of a technical freeze. Throw in right back to the visitors. And apologies for the moment with a bit of a slowdown on the video. I'll back up to speed here with Kennedy Mayo. Launching one toward the backside, headed away. And right back to Napa Valley, trying to generate something offensively, now down a goal. As they're trying to work the new game, facing a deficit here. And here at the Davis Legacy Soccer Complex, this has been the recipe for the California Storm. If they can be the team that scores first, they have a way of wearing their opponents down by opening up the midfield, working a game inside out. And so often we've seen goals at the very end of first halves that carry that energy well into the second. That's how the season began. Storm had nearly 20 shots up before they were able to break open a multiple goal lead. So many of those failed to go on frame. A couple of different ones kissed the crossbar. Others went inches over. Then once they switched halves and the big stadium lights came on, well, the bright lights meant all the momentum, all the scoring, and all the glory there for the Cal Storm. That's a foul against Napa. So a free kick coming up. Now we've seen when Napa gets these free kick opportunities, they have taken their time to push everyone forward. The Storm wasting none of their own and just sending it right to the danger zone. That one still waiting to see if it's waved off. And it is, when it appeared for a moment that the Storm had doubled up their lead. Let's get another look at this one. Cross went into Mayo. That was Thompson, who had the left foot and a ricochet off the shin. But it was only a fleeting thrill, just a couple of moments before the offside flag doomed what it does to so many young forwards and midfielders. Now Mayo relentlessly working and is able to get possession, keep it inbounds. Now the low left-footed cross, and nobody there to meet it. So all the way to the inflatable tunnel, which means a corner kick coming. And yet another opportunity to convert one of these long balls. Kennedy, Mayo's goal, the difference in this one. Now the corner. Good height on it, but first to get to it was a white jersey. So now working over toward the far side. This one sent in with the right foot. Fight for possession now into the danger zone. And a goal for the California Storm. We'll get another look at this one shortly. And that one's getting credited to Yasmin Azar. One thing leads to another. And now if you're Napa, you got to really find offense in a way that just hasn't shown up yet. The defense, for the most part, has done its job, played clean, not giving up too many fouls. But after knocking on the door for 37 minutes, it was a matter of time before 0 turned into 1 and 1 turned into 2. This one all the way to the goal line and out. Haven't said Abby Fangold's name in a moment, but she is there. And she is smiling, knowing that the margin for error for this back line that she commands just grew with a multiple goal lead. Fangold, a graduate of Portland State University, has played all over the world, professionally in France, Japan, Israel, and Cyprus. Now another chance and make it 3! The cross was low, the shot was high, and Napa stood no chance on defending that missile. So a pair of looks at that. And that's Savannah Swarzy with the right foot, just punching it into the top, and no chance for Napa, who just like that faces a daunting 3-0 deficit. A 40th minute banger. And while Napa was thinking for maybe a moment they'd played a strong half defensively, they could head into the break, maybe tied or down 1-0. All of a sudden, life has come at them fast, and they trail it by 3. Mayo, Azar, and now Savannah Swarzy have all found their way on the board. There's Napa looking to make something happen over on the near side. But right into the teeth of Kennedy Mayo, perhaps the most active of any member here in this first half. And she wasn't even one of the 11 starters on the pitch. Came in around the 20th minute and immediately provided a spark and broke the seal on the scoreboard. And since then, it's been all Storm here. And a 3-goal avalanche in this first half. Now searching for 4. We've seen this club find a way to get greedy. Once that gas pedal's on, here's McNiven with the interception, read that one beautifully. Now she goes, swinging it wide. This is Schwarzy once again, left foot and off the post. A lot of force on Star Wars night. That one went from the left post all the way over the touchline. So it's a throw in deep in their defending territory. And Napa just trying to play this game of survival here in the final couple of minutes of this first half. There's McNiven. Working it over to Molly Silva. One of the reserves getting some playing time on the back line today. Silva pushing up and challenging. That ball long and well out of the reach of the intended target for Napa. So in the final couple of minutes here, Fangold just going to trot around and see if they can build a slow attack. Napa putting on the press, had it for a moment and lost it right back to the Storm. Mayo traps with the chest. Was looking for McNiven and just a little too strong. A quick succession of turnovers and flip-flopping on possession here. This is Napa working ahead toward the middle. Perhaps a chance to build something with defenders closing in. And knocked away at the last moment and out of bounds. It was going to be a foot race between Napa and Fangold. Instead, it's a throw-in. And a lot of yards to make up here. Right back to the middle. This one popped up into the sky. Nobody there to meet it for the moment. And now the Storm got some room working up the field. Succession of passes. Keeper coming all the way out, outside the 18. And we got a whistle. Waiting official word on this one. And it's looking like it's going to be a free kick coming for the Storm, because an offside flag would have indicated a free kick, and all the white jerseys pushing the other way. Now in the finishing touches of this first half, a dangerous opportunity for the Storm ahead as everybody crowds the box. High toward the back post, head and out of bounds. Just couldn't quite keep that one in play. And so the threat is stifled for the time being. And you have to wonder if this kick here and clearance will just about do it for the first half here. Napa Valley just trying to keep possession, seeming content with going into the break without any more damage inflicted. Fangled got all the time in the world to play with on this one. As we are in extra time of the first half, this one launched down to Mayo, now kept in bounds, fight for it. Knocked out, here comes the quick throw in. Reinsertion of possession, can the Storm get one more chance? That was Thompson taken down, no whistle, out of bounds, and a corner. Cal Storm sideline clamoring just for something, but not a bad consolation prize to end up with a big scoring opportunity before heading into the break. This one sent high and away toward the back post. Storm first to touch it. Another. Now back to, and Mayo, and another one. Went all the way, pendulum style, from right to left, and right back in to the middle where Kennedy Mayo was waiting. All she had to do was turn, pivot, left foot, and good night. Kennedy Mayo got the first one. She has the fourth one. And the Storm with a 4-0 lead here as we get set to close in on this first half. And that's the California Storm specialty. Just when you think the whistle comes and you're heading into the break, they'll break you with one more. Kennedy Mayo has a brace. The Storm have a 4-0 lead, and they are on their way to keeping their unbeaten status in the WPSL. But still 45 minutes to play in this one, and we got a lot of action coming your way. With the sun going down, the wind will get breezy, the lights will come on, and soccer will continue. We'll go ahead, take a quick break, and be back in about 10 minutes for the second half. WPSL action on a Sunday night. California Storm 4, Napa Valley, nothing.
There are a lot of farms that produce meat. So how do you know which ones raise their animals right? It starts with understanding their values. I'm a 5th-generation farmer here in Osage County, Missouri, in the foothills of the Ozark Mountains. I grew up among people who care deeply about their animals and their farms, because they will pass them on to their children and their children's children. And that's the difference. We're invested in treating our animals and our land with respect, and the result of that is the best tasting pork you can imagine. We start with only heritage breeds that we've selected for their quality and their hardiness, so we can raise them on a clean, all-vegetarian diet with no antibiotics. We never use crates or cages. Just comfortable bedding and outdoor access lets pigs be pigs. That means our hogs lead stress-free lives. And that's what gives our products They're delicious, full flavor, and the most juicy, tender eating experience there is. We're proud to share these products and to count you as part of our community. Together, we can get back to the roots of what food should be. And that's a true story.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
This spring, stay 3 nights and get a $50 Best Western gift card.
If we can change lives within our hospital walls, why can't we change lives within these walls? If we can give fresh food to our patients, why can't we give fresh food to our communities? If we can create breakthroughs that save lives, why can't we break through barriers that hold us back? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why.
Yeah, I said what I said. I don't care, I paint the town red.
If you can survive this, it's going to make the whole story that much better.
The bright horses are broken free from the fields.
If we can change lives within our hospital walls, why can't we change lives within these walls? If we can give fresh food to our patients, why can't we give fresh food to our communities? If we can create breakthroughs that save lives, why can't we break through barriers that hold us back? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
There are a lot of farms that produce meat. So how do you know which ones raise their animals right? It starts with understanding their values. I'm a fifth-generation farmer here in Osage County, Missouri, in the foothills of the Ozark Mountains. I grew up among people who care deeply about their animals and their farms. because they will pass them on to their children and their children's children. And that's the difference. We're invested in treating our animals and our land with respect. And the result of that is the best tasting pork you can imagine. We start with only heritage breeds that we've selected for their quality and their hardiness, so we can raise them on a clean, all-vegetarian diet with no antibiotics. We never use crates or cages. Just comfortable bedding and outdoor access lets pigs be pigs. That means our hogs lead stress-free lives. And that's what gives our products their delicious, full flavor and the most juicy, tender eating experience there is. We're proud to share these products and to count you as part of our community. Together, we can get back to the roots of what food should be. And that's a true story.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
This spring, stay 3 nights and get a $50 Best Western gift card.
If we can change lives within our hospital walls, why can't we change lives within these walls? If we can give fresh food to our patients, why can't we give fresh food to our communities? If we can create breakthroughs that save lives, why can't we break through barriers that hold us back? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
2 most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why.
Yeah, trick. I said what I said. I don't care. I paint the town red.
If you can survive this, it's going to make the whole story that much better.
The bright horses are broken free from the fields.
If we can change lives within our hospital walls, why can't we change lives within these walls? If we can give fresh food to our patients, why can't we give fresh food to our communities? If we can create breakthroughs that save lives, why can't we break through barriers that hold us back? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
There are a lot of farms that produce meat. So how do you know which ones raise their animals right? It starts with understanding their values. I'm a fifth-generation farmer here in Osage County, Missouri, in the foothills of the Ozark Mountains. I grew up among people who care deeply about their animals and their farms, because they will pass them on to their children and their children's children. And that's the difference. We're invested in treating our animals and our land with respect, and the result of that is the best tasting pork you can imagine. We start with only heritage breeds that we've selected for their quality and their hardiness, so we can raise them on a clean, all-vegetarian diet with no antibiotics. We never use crates or cages. Just comfortable bedding and outdoor access lets pigs be pigs. That means our hogs lead stress-free lives. And that's what gives our products their delicious, full flavor and the most juicy, tender eating experience there is. We're proud to share these products and to count you as part of our community. Together, we can get back to the roots of what food should be. And that's a true story.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
This spring, stay 3 nights and get a $50 Best Western gift card.
If we can change lives within our hospital walls, why can't we change lives within these walls? If we can give fresh food to our patients, why can't we give fresh food to our communities? If we can create breakthroughs that save lives, why can't we break through barriers that hold us back? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
Soccer complex. We are getting ready for the second half between the California Storm and Napa Valley FC. Sun is starting to go down. The shadows are coming in. And after a half an hour of no action on the scoreboard, it was a 30th minute goal from Kennedy Mayo that opened up the scoring. I'm Greg Silver. Good to be with you here for the next 45 minutes. And, well, if all goes the way it's been trending, California Storm should be en route to yet another victory atop the division. Kennedy Mayo got the scoring opening, and she had the one to close it right before the whistle for halftime blew. It was Azar and Schwarzy who joined the party as well to open this thing up. And as we see so often with this club, once you get one, well, the onslaught can happen real quick in a hurry. So 4-0-1 is your record for the Storm, and they are trending toward a fifth victory. Napa Valley had a pair of victories in the only 2 games they've played in the WPSL so far, but they got a long way to climb up if they want to make this one competitive. And they're starting with a little second half offense here. There's the cross, and headed away by the back line for the Storm. No problems there. And now the flag is going up. We got an offside. Saw that happen a few times early on for the Storm when they were attacking that goal. So Storm wearing their black jerseys, going from now left to right on your screen. And Napa wearing white with the green stripes. They're going from right to left. Change at goalkeeper as well. It's Gray Wilson replacing Abby Fangold. Fangold, the 7-year veteran with this program and a pro all over the globe. Had a nice and easy first half. Couple of moments where it got dicey there, but for the most part, didn't have to stretch out. Didn't have to worry about miscommunication with her back line. And now it's Wilson, who will be transferring to the University of Oregon this fall. Most recently played at Colorado State. And that's Liz Hutchison manning the middle, along with Alex Kloss, the two captains here. And key members of WPSL championships. And that's Napa Valley fighting in the midfield. Kloss getting in there, a little contact, no whistle, and staying with it is Napa. But that back line, and Kylie Norka is just ready for it. They send it all the way back over to the midline. And now Napa Valley having a reset here. This is Fry. And that's a foul against Alex Kloss. Kloss doesn't like it very much. And threw her hands up in frustration. But here comes a free kick. And perhaps the best opportunity yet for Napa Valley. And we've seen with free kicks all night long, when they're able to get them, they will take that chance to reset and send it in long. This is Brown back there, who will be the one to take it. We'll see if she looks for the pass or goes straight on and tests Wilson. Brown with the right foot sends it high and just a little bit too much on it. Few feet over the crossbar and rolling back for a goal kick. When you got a 4-0 deficit to chase, doesn't hurt to try to take the best opportunity yet and get something on goal. It was the right idea by Brown. And chip it, put some touch there. And see if she could get Wilson off her line and out of her comfort zone. Just too high and not enough of a threat if you can't put it on frame. Schwarzy had the third of 4 goals in this one tonight. Now Kloss spins on the dime. Here's Hutchison. And now a little one-on-one, closing in and taken away. Nicely read there by the Napa Valley line of defense. And the Storm trying to be very patient here. That's Sinai Rogers. Now Hutchison will try hers with the right foot, and that's going to go right over the goal. So moments after Brown on a free kick, sent one a little too high. Hutchison in the flow of play. Tried something similar with her strong foot. Just a few feet over as well. And so trading goal kicks here. 6 minutes into the second half. Schwarzy first to it. And now fight in the midsection of the field. That's King. And I haven't seen a lot of passes strung together in this fashion for Napa Valley. That chunk of possession for a good amount of time there before ultimately was reset by the home team. And that's Norcus. Able to get right back underneath it. Hutchison dropped all the way back to join the center backs. Here's Gervais working the give and go with her captain. And now we'll send one long down the near side. First two at a Storm player. That one interrupted and cleared. And a nice recovery there from Napa Valley to prevent any further damage, but quickly making them sweat once again. This is Kloss dancing around the midfield. Here's Hutchison. Rogers taking her time, and we'll just make the simple pass. Sinai Rogers and LSU Tiger. And here's another shot. This one dove on and caught clean. That was Azar looking for her second of the night. And now a whistle. And very confused on the foul call, but it's pointing in the direction of Napa Valley. They tried for the first time tonight to play the quick game off of the free kick. Center referee making the operation reset as there was a discussion going on at the spot of the whistle. Here's Rogers working the near sideline. Rogers, another one of these players that the staff just feels incredibly happy with as a member of this club in her second summer. Mentioned she's an LSU Tiger. She also just got an invite to Bay FC training. And the NWSL about to take a little summer break here. So many great games, seeing expansion franchises. I myself was there for Bay FC's opener against Denver Summit. And now here's Gervais, tried to get cheeky with the chip to herself, just couldn't get around defender who did a nice job to keep position there. Can't hold possession, and right back to the Storm at the edge of the center circle. This is Alex Kloss turning and working for some space. Now Kloss's pass intercepted for the time being. Here she'll try to work over toward the far side. And Storm just have plenty of time in this half here to play their game of possession. Napa Valley has done a nice job to stifle any of these early attacks, but you're seeing a lot more surveying of the field on the back line. Kylie Norcus playing the deepest of any defender. And the flag goes up for an offside, so as the sun is getting ready to set over I-80 East, the shadows are coming in. And it's a much slower paced second half. It all happened really in the span of 15 minutes. That final third of the first frame is where all the damage was done on the scoreboard. And now Napa chipping it ahead, but too much on it. No problem for Wilson, who just waited to even pick it up. Always a great time of year to celebrate the wonderful sport of ours. And the biggest tournament of them all coming to North America. World Cup gets going in 12 days as we are flipping the calendar into June tomorrow. For the first time in tournament history, 48 teams. New opportunity for legends all around the world to be born. And of course, this next summer means the Women's World Cup, where a lot of these players have aspirations of being on the grandest stage of all. Talk about the WPSL, the USL, where the Storm are playing another chunk of games in the summer. Alex Kloss had the chance to step on the pitch for Bay FC. All the great players in the NWSL right here in the United States. One thing about this home environment for the Storm, and much to a relief of the players, is that when the temperature drops here in the second half of these 7 o'clock kickoffs, it can happen pretty quickly. When I was in a younger age and much more of a fool, I learned pretty quickly that even in the heat of Davis, California, never hurt to bring a sweatshirt for the final 30 minutes as the wind started blowing. Now some speed, working ahead, still untouched. Now taken down right outside the 18. No whistle, they'll say clean. And cleared away by Napa Valley. That would have been right on the edge of penalty territory. But no foul regardless. Means that Bay FC has to start once again from the midline. This is Hutchison. Right foot cross, looking for fellow black jerseys. And Sinai Rogers gets to it in a roundabout way. But Napa ultimately taking advantage of the Storm's fleeting possession. Now a slip, and this could be a gift. Coming in, working in a 2-on-2 right here in the danger zone. The shot on goal and dove low, deflected, and finally cleared. Oh, what a beautiful time for a technical hiccup. But Napa Valley doing their job here in the second half on what was the best chance yet for the Storm. Now another one touch. This is Hutchison one-on-one, and she's got no problem burying it in the back of the strings. 5-0, and this one coming from the captain and the 9-year vet. What a beautiful assist as Ariana Calderon had a masterful one-touch. Hutchison did the rest, and that's the easiest one she may find all summer. Now in the 63rd minute, the first goal of the second half. And the Storm are literally and figuratively running away on this Sunday night. Calderon didn't see a whole lot of minutes early in this one. Had the assist of the summer right there. Former Long Island Brooklyn Blackbird and a member of the Mexican national team. Also played as a forward for Liga MX Femenil and CF Monterrey. And while we talked all about the World Cup moments ago, perhaps her greatest achievement was scoring on Hope Solo. That one off the head and over the goal, top of the net. Here comes a goal kick. Still about 25 minutes of action plus extra time. And if you're in the shoes of Napa Valley, you're just hoping you can find a way to get one of your own. Girls have continued to play so hard throughout the first hour and change. Once the Storm found a rhythm, just felt hard to stop their scoring chances. You think about the opportunities that found the back of the net. Nearly every single one a no-doubter. And tough to blame the keeper for anything that's gone wrong. Few of the goals, including Hutchison's from a few moments ago, all were shots taken within 6 to 10 yards of the goal. That's Fernandez dancing around a lurking Storm midfield. Now using the space to work with, can't hold on to it, and taken right back. And now we got a little pinball before Marin wins this battle. Here's a give and go. Now working ahead, this could be a chance. Closing in, not able to get the shot off in time, but they will have a corner kick. And no, check that, last touched by Napa. So after all of that momentum, it looks like an offside flag would have done the damage anyway. Well, looked like a chance, and then maybe a corner as at least some kind of a consolation. Ends up all getting squashed from the far side assistant referee. See the lights of the food truck in the back by the bleachers. Fitting on a little Star Wars night as they ask everybody to bring out their lightsabers in spirit. That one, last off of the Storm, so another goal kick. And you see the 5-0 difference, 14-2 is your shot disparity. And so it's just been tough for Napa Valley to find anything, some kind of a true threat. They put together some good sequences. The defense has been able to withstand a lot of pressure. But so many of these long balls, as you see right here, have just been these fleeting clearances and not able to generate anything much more. Been able to build the attack on the Napa side of things, but never quite to the point of getting the chance at that finishing touch. Perhaps the final 22 minutes may bring a change of fate here, as this one's sent far and away. And now just taking the shot on target. That did go right into the territory of Wilson. It was the right idea that could have yielded worse results, but Wilson was largely ready for it. That said, this is a game where you always got to make sure to keep the keepers honest. And with a 5-0 lead, you always want to test the tendency of that other team maybe being just a little too relaxed. Hutchison gathers the loose ball. Now working toward the top of the box. This one chips up for the time being. And that's enough to allow that Napa defense to close in. Here's Wilson. And now building from the middle. Pass intercepted, but no real numbers to generate the attack. And that one is far too long. And we're right back to where we started moments ago. Norcus was looking ahead for McNiven. Here's Kloss. Dancing and taken down, they'll say clean, with the foot hitting the ball more than anything, so play goes on. And Sinai Rogers, the one who ultimately ends up with the chance to restart that attack. This is Mayo. Mayo shoots just over the crossbar by a handful of inches. But Kennedy Mayo, in a 5-0 game, the only one to have multiple to this point. Why not try your chance at a hat trick if you can? Rogers heads that one way back over the goal line. If you're just joining us partway through, this one started with a half an hour of scoreless back and forth play. The Napa Valley defense was able to withstand every challenge they had met. And then Kennedy Mayo, who came in off the bench, didn't take long to make her presence felt and ultimately be the first one to find the back of the net. She scored in the 30th minute. By the time we reached halftime, it was already 4-0. Second half has been a lot more possession, a lot more patience, as one of those first half stars, Sam McNiven, works it over toward the far side. Now the long cross coming in far post side. Thompson was in the area. They'll say last touched by Napa Valley, and we have a player down for the moment. All looks to be okay as the signal goes for a corner kick. In the home opener at the Legacy Soccer Complex, there was an injury that stopped the game for a good 5 to 8 minutes. Player went down, was not able to walk off, just never the kind of sight you want to see. So really good to see all players seem okay after a crowd of 3 people met on that far side post. Working into the 74th minute of action. And maybe all that's left for the Storm to achieve is matching their season high in goal total. That opener against Yuba, mentioned moments ago, final was 6-0, and similar to tonight, it took a while for the Storm to really break that one open. It was 1-0 going into the closing seconds of the half, and as you saw just about a half an hour ago, it was deja vu. Final play of the first half was a goal to double up the lead. And then it all broke open early in the second half. Tonight, a similar story, but the Avalanche started sooner. 15-minute span. Went from scoreless to 4-0. And while everybody out there on the pitch continues to play hard, you could see how it has wildly changed the pace of this game with a lot more patience, substitutions on the California Storm side. Ali Hu will check in, along with Emerson Sargent and Camden Fuller. Fuller, one of the 5 rookies to get the start today. Her father, Chris, was just out here and made his way back to Texas. Fuller, one of the Horned Frogs and Big 12 Freshman of the Year. She was selected to USAU camp back in February. And Fuller's older sister, Kennedy, currently plays for Angel City FC in the NWSL. She's the second youngest player to sign a contract in Angel FC history, behind Casey Fair. And so soccer runs deep in the Fuller family, and now Camden, part of a squad with a 5-0 lead here. Storm still might not be done. This cross goes into the midfield area. Nice one touch, but nobody near the far side post. Rogers looking to reset. This is Hutchison taken down, and that's going to be a foul about 10 yards from the top of the 18 mark. A lot of clean tackles on the Napa Valley side, but that one got all of Hutchison's legs. And one of the easier calls that center referee has had to make tonight. You see if they try to go direct on goal or maybe run some sort of a play. 5-0, a chance to get creative, but perhaps getting too cute is the opposite of what they want to do. Shot goes straight on and just high of the bar, right into that beautiful view over the highway. Getting into some of the longest days of the year. This is the point in that Cal Storm season where you get nearly a full game of daylight. By the time the season gets started up in early May, you'll have those bright lights of the stadium get going at about the hour mark. Back tap. Nowhere near to building they hoped attack. And now working through a couple of bodies is McNiven. just wanted to get out of the zone of chaos. This is Hutchison out wide, sends a long high cross away. That's going to sail over the goal line past the far post. So another goal kick. Before Hutchison found the back of the net on the beautiful assist from Calderon, all she had to do was keep that one on the grass and roll it over to the left side of the net. But we've seen her a couple of times try to work something on a long ball with the right foot. Captain has been all over the pitch and in the center of the action in this second half. Still fighting for possession near the 6. And once again, that one's out. Napa Valley still continuing to fight here. Final 10 minutes or so on a beautiful Sunday night on the east side of Davis at the Legacy Soccer Complex. You saw McNiven working a lot of that left side in the midfield / back line there in the first half. Now pushing up a little bit more, working on the right. So some versatility from the youngster as Rogers and Hutchison in the mix. Now Hutchison barrels into a Napa FC defender, and she's not even going to argue that one as the foul comes. Such a savvy player that is one of the best on the team when it comes to fighting through contact. Right there, the contact doing her just a little bit too much for the referee's liking. Seeing a lot more opportunities for one-on-ones or one-on-twos. Time on the ball has gotten greater for the Storm as the game has gone on, and you've seen a bit more of a patient approach there with a 4-0 lead that ballooned into 5, now maybe 6, as that one goes wide left. Looked like Kennedy Mayo in the heart of the action, to no surprise. Napa Valley finally stringing together a few passes and maybe some open space to work with over here on the far side. Defenders closing in for the Storm, so possession stays here with Napa and a chance to regroup for some of that defense. But excellent ball movement as they were able to string together some productive passes. Had that one all the way inside the 18 before Wilson picked up the roller off a hop. And now here's a quick counterattack for a Storm team that's got numbers. This is Mayo up ahead, far side, left foot deflected. And now almost on the rebound. Now Trance third gets stuffed away. Oh, the drama and great recoveries there for Napa, but this thing's still not in the clear as all the black jerseys have pushed forward. Mayo, back tap. Hutchison, past 1, past 2, cuts it back, left foot and wide of the mark. Again, so good manning the midfield with this team. Her and Kloss and the way they can just fight through contact and bodies coming by them. The experience really shows on that unit and WPSL champions don't get too fazed by pressure. They want to be the ones that make life tougher for their opponents. And tonight they've done just that. Got another whistle here from some contact back closer to the far side. This one right there on that patch of lighter grass, and it's going to be a free kick for the Storm. Nearly generated a sixth goal a couple of different times. Perhaps can they find one before the end of this one? And meanwhile, on the other side of it, will Napa Valley have a chance at avoiding the fate of a shutout? The California Storm well on their way to maintaining that top spot in the NorCal Conference Sacramento Division. This will give them 16 points and a mathematical difference of a plus 21 goal differential as it stands right now. I say mathematical because they were awarded a win by a forfeit, which by the rules of the league gets scored as 3-0. They came into tonight with 17 goals scored, just one allowed, and that was in their most recent match against Iron Rose FC. And this is exactly the kind of response that Jamie Lavoie was hoping for and I think expecting from her group. A lot of girls were frustrated by the draw. This is a club that has incredibly high standards. They have not lost a game yet this summer. They want to continue that, and ultimately the goal is to have a 6th WPSL championship by summer's end. And almost a 6th goal as the fight continued. Hutchison tried to clean up. That was knocked off the defense. Great save there by Napa. So danger's not done, and here's another corner, but another look at it right here. Not just one shot attempt, but then the second one had to get shut away. This time they'll go rather short. Now right back out. Rogers left foot in swinger. And no problem for Napa, who just wants to have a little bit of room to breathe after the fast couple of minutes had been spent on their own defending third. This ball goes long and wide, but just a little bit too long for Fernandez. Ultimately controlled by the back line. Wilson working with her defense. Here's McNiven. That one out off of the Storm. So it's a throw-in coming for Napa. Few more minutes in this one. Don't anticipate a large amount of extra time. It's really been some substitutions and not much else to slow down this second half. Game started with so many throw-ins and a little bit of chaos. Now here's McNiven. Flag stays down. Shot is deflected, but right into the inside of the net. And that won't stop the goal and the celebration. Sam McNiven has been everywhere tonight, and she's got her name on the score sheet with a 6th for the California Storm. The TCU commit got the start tonight, and that one's got to feel good The 3-star recruit is trying to add a little bit more cachet, saying, hey, I'm coming to the Big 12. I'm following in the footsteps of my Cal Storm teammate, Camden Fuller. And she made a pretty immediate impact herself. And that's just the specialty of this club this summer. Late half goals has been their calling card. Rounding our way into the 90th minute. And McNiven adds to a total that could be headed toward number 7, but that one had so much power, knocked off the scoreboard, which is our reminder that the Storm have put up 24 shots tonight to just 4 for Napa Valley. 6-0 is your score. Mayo with the pair, Azar, Schwarzy, Hutchison, and just moments ago, McNiven with what would appear to be the finishing touches on a Sunday night masterpiece. This is going to be a tough result for Napa Valley, who's going to go back to the drawing board and try to work their way up the standings, as they got games to play and games to make up on their schedule. As for the California Storm, their next game will be in just a few days, Wednesday against the Stockton Cargo. And then coming up this Saturday right here, the Brandy Chastain Cup against Sporting Connecticut. For the very first time, you can buy tickets on calstormsoccer.com, as well as head there for more information. Brandy Chastain, national team legend, co-founder of Bay FC. And on the board for the California Storm has been a big part of the resources and the growth of this club and the expansion of women's soccer in Northern California. Fantastic that they will have a game and a trophy dedicated in her name. And we're 6 days away from these girls getting to live up to that moment. But tonight they're going to enjoy this one, as once the scoring opened, they just couldn't stop. So much talent amassed on a team that's seen a fair amount of turnover, and a team that started 5 first-timers with this club. Hutchison and Fangold have been here for 9 and 7 summers respectively. Outside of that, tonight's lineup was made up of a lot of rookies, couple of sophomores, handful of players in their 3rd summer, Paige Thompson, Lauren Hunter, Kennedy Mayo among them, as well as the goalie for the second half, Gray Wilson. And now McNiven just pulling it back, playing a little possession game. Alex Kloss did not find her way onto the score sheet tonight, but she does so much more than take the shot. She is a creator, a pace dictator, a stabilizer, and a wise vet, as that one goes low on target, but no problem for Napa. And a beautiful view out there at the Legacy Soccer Complex. Final touches of daylight, flaming orange and yellow, making up the landscape as we head into extra time. And the Storm just looking to play this one out, stringing together some simple passes. Hutchison lost it. Napa Valley with a 3-on-3 coming the other way. See if they could build one last-ditch effort. Had a chance on goal here. As they work their way over toward the near side at the midline. And now Hutchison breaks that one up. Right back to the keeper, bombed away. And the one-hopper goes right back into the teeth of the Storm. All action happening here right around this middle third. And that will officially do it. California Storm, after a 1-1 draw and the admission of disappointment on this roster, come back home and respond with an emphatic 6-0 victory. Kennedy Mayo with a pair of goals, as well as Azar, Schwarzy, Hutchison, and McNiven. The Storm improved to 5-0-1 as Napa Valley 1839 drops to 2-1 in the WPSL. That'll do it from the Davis Legacy Soccer Complex tonight. Thanks so much for spending your Sunday evening with me. My name is Greg Silver. I can't wait to be back to call more WPSL action soon. But in the meantime, have a fantastic end of the weekend and celebrate the wonderful game.